Alright guys, here we go, loading in on the first game between these two. Alright, so last time we got to see these absolutely awesome and sexy people go to town and beat the ever living crap out of each other. This time we get to see it all over again. So this time we got Nadis Pascal versus Live Free Die Hard. So first pick going down to the Radiant again, because apparently it seems to be a Radiant thing lately. They ban out Meepo. They ban out the Meepo. That is sexy. I love it. Alright. So Meepo's banned and Parablade's banned. I actually wanted to see the Meepo. I really did. That would have been awesome. Faceless Void has been banned. Ban Legion. Ban Legion. Come on, you might as well cover them all. No, they banned the Centaur. Pick Legion. So, second game here at GatorLAN 2014. This is Loser's Bracket. Let me verify this information so I'm not telling you wrong. Alright, this is Loser's Bracket round 2. Number 4 seed versus number 8 seed. Tinker's been picked up. Shadow Shaman's been picked up. Go ahead, Death Prophet. Death Prophet, you know you want the split push. Do it! Do it! Alright, so Tinker, obviously, Marshall Machines. They did remove it so it's not damaging the Ancients anymore. But the changes in the map alone are going to make it harder for Tinker to pop around in. He's going to live on the outside edge of the map.
10 seconds to pick.
Shadow Shaman, on the other hand, pretty much the same. They didn't do too much changes on him. So he's still a nasty tower pusher and a pretty good disabler. So overall, excellent hero all the way around. Oh, we got an Ogre Magi. It's time to roll the die, baby. Every time we come into a fight is going to be absolute insanity as we go in with Fire Blast, Ignites, and just Rick-rolling the entire game. Mirana's been picked up. Mirana. She's going to toss out the arrow. She's going to do a little starlight. She's going to jump around on her leaping. And every once in a while she'll make everybody invis on her team. You know, when they need to escape. Every once in a while when they have to engage. Banning out the Bane? Really? Are they that afraid of the new Ags upgrade? Like anyone gets an Ags on Bane anymore. You really do that in the troll games. Alright, they ban out the Viper, they ban out the Weaver. Nah. Weaver's a silly little cunt. You gotta make sure you shut him down as quick as possible. Viper, on the other hand, I hate. It's like going up against a Drow. It's like, oh, I'm gonna die. He hit me once. The slow, the magic damage. Oh my god, I can't. If I can't get out of there, I'm just DOA'd.
Reserve time.
Alright. So, coming up on the last ban of this section, gotta figure out which way they want to push in on it, but they've got the opportunity to ban out. It's not anything. They still got Legion Commander on the list that can be banned. They ban out the Slark instead, though. I can understand it. Slark's pretty survivable. You just can't kill that son of a bitch. Alright, so they've got to figure out how they want to deal with this. I'm curious. They've got 2 supports to start off with. So now I'm kind of curious what they're going to use to start putting some serious damage out. Last game we saw Queen of Pain over here on Live Free or Die Hard. Absolute burst damage galore. But I'm kind of curious which way they're going to push it out when it comes into the overall fight. Alright, so trying to think here. They've got options. It's just really one of those, which way would they want to go with it? I'd like to see them scoop up Legion Commander. Legion Commander would do very well with Shadow Shaman and Ogre Magi helping to dish out the damage, but it becomes almost a dedicated tri-lane for duels. It can do it, just... Oh, they get a Brew. I love Brew.
another.
He just comes in and then splits off into multiple personalities and runs around and does random things. It's a great hero. It's just like, oh, I'm just a little nuts. Here's a rock. Have a tornado. Oh, and I'm on fire. I really think the poor guy just wakes up from one of those drunken fights and just like, why is my arm burning? Alright, so Brew's been picked. Now it's live free or die hard's option on what they want to do to shut him down. Still a lot of disabler heroes on the chopping block. You'd go with a lion would be a nice choice. That finger of death, or even Alina, just zap Laguna Blade. Oh, you were gonna split? Every time he screams. Oh, you're gonna primal split. Down. Hey, we got Skywrath. Skywrath's been showing a lot of love lately. He's decently damaging. Oh, we got a tiny on Nappa. This is gonna be entertaining. I like Tiny. I think he's one of those great heroes that just, let's be honest, he's the best troll hero you can have. You can toss anybody into the fight or out of it. Personally, an interesting tactic I've seen is the blink Tiny. Blink in, toss the enemy out, beat the crap out of them.
10 seconds to pick.
But they don't have really a burst hero yet on Nappa, so kind of curious which way they're going to do it. Probably going to be a roaming Tiny.
Reserve time.
He's probably going to start off on a safe lane farm with Shadow Shaman and Ogre Magi backing him up. Brewmaster in the mid or the off lane. Leaves him kind of open there. And, you know, really depending upon who they pick up as the last pick, whether it's going to be a mid hero or an off lane hero, it just seems a very safe lineup. But they're up against a Razor.
Dyer's ban.
Razor can be an annoying little cuss. But Razor versus Tiny, we'll have to see who hits harder. But if he has good backup coming out of the Skywrath Knave, he should be able to do enough damage. We'll see.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Tinker, on the other hand, definitely is going to be an annoying little cuss when it comes to Tiny. He's going to laser blast him and just walk around him in circles. So, I don't know. Right now I see a lot of counter picking going on. Just kind of curious if they're really going to move into something aggressive. I expect Razor to go safe lane with Mirana and Skywrath. Tinker on the mid. And a nice solo lane. Or they could even go dual lanes like they did the last game. Put Razor with Skywrath and Mirana with whatever they choose for the other lane. Nappa goes ahead and bans out the Wraith King. No real loss there. And ooh, they shut down. Oh, we got a lone druid, baby. All right. So I have no idea how they're gonna run it. He can do mid. He can do off lane. He can even do jungle. So gonna be one of those. I expect he's either gonna be mid or off lane. Really depending upon how they decide they want to deal with this fight. Razor being able to static link the bear though is really going to cost him if he tries to do it in mid and against the Razor. So, going to have to be a little careful on how he wants to pick that fight. But Live Free Die Hard has a couple options here on how they want to push into it. They know it's a lone druid. They're not that worried. A bunch of tiny things to pick off. They pick up a Nature's Prophet. Okay. They're going to sprout people out. I think I've seen Barack Obama play the Nature's Prophet before, and he's fairly good at making sure he can find who he needs to pick out of each fight. I expect a carry Nature's Prophet out of this. Though I still would not be surprised to see a Midas picked up. Just saying. Nappa. So many. Alright, so starting out on the dire side, let's talk about them. We got Nappa Spy on the Tiny, Nappa Kid Kudi on the Ogre Magi,
Is everyone ready?
Offlaner Feed on Lone Druid, Slayer on that awesome little Shadow Shaman, and Ben the Nissan has got the Brewmaster. Interesting people all the way around. Barack Obama hanging the Nature's Prophet. Gonna have Spooderman backing him up. Gotta make sure we have that. Spooderman is important. Zardakite is on the Marana. We have Tinker being played by Squee and Hole Up Dim the Boy. We Dim Boys on the Razor. Definitely in a position to go out there and put pressure on them. Nice ward position here, slipping in to drop that camp. Got the bear there to kind of really fake him out so they think the bear's the one that's blocking the camp and they don't realize that it's actually a ward. It's a really good tactic. Got to be careful on those though. He doesn't have the recall yet, so it's really one of those hope the bear can take the beating. Not that I really expect him to get abused too much, but definitely going to use it to kind of play games with him. If he can keep shutting down any chance they have of getting these, should work out very well for him. Visibility rune over here in the bottom. Looks like Miranda likes it. She's going to go ahead and use it to use. And a bounty room up top. So, just like last game, guys, there was all sorts of cool little fun things that we found. Let's see how many we find this game. You have to bear with me. I'm still learning a lot about this new change. It just has not been the end of the thing yet. Miranda still hasn't skilled anything. I expect an arrow on it, so she can toss out that first arrow really quick. Probably a concussive shot right behind it, so Razor can get in there and static link his way in to abuse people every chance he can. He's just kind of playing it safe. Going to go ahead and farm up what he can. We got a pause coming out of the Tinker, saying, "Wait, wait, don't kill me yet. I don't want to give up first blood." Definitely a lot of damage going out on that that lone druid to start off, though. He's having to fall back. There's just too much going down on him. Falls back as best he can, trying to put some damage out here. Oh, looks... Oh, so much damage going down. Almost clearing out that Skywrath. Got a little greedy. Wanted that first blood. I understand. I understand the desire. I don't sweat people on that. Nature's Prophet using those treants to be an annoyance. And do what he can to keep pressure on the lane. Just kind of slowly diving it in. Putting where he needs to get to. But they're pulling the lanes back. They're feeding the Tiny. They got to make sure he gets every last hit he can possibly get. Meanwhile, they're also giving a little bit of love for the Ogre Magi, so he can keep building up. He's got the Fire Blast up, and we've got Shackles ready on them. Yes. Got a bottle on the Brewmaster, and he bottles the Bounty Rune. Free bottle charges every time. He's going after the Tinker, though. He wants to play. Got the ability to beat him. And they're both kind of ignoring each other. For the most part, they should be okay. Oh! Does get the first blood, though. Lets the Ogre Magi take a couple of shots there. Not really shutting it down, but getting in there. Rana picks up a haste rune. Nope. Yes. No. Bounty rune. Haste rune's up top. Haste rune's up top. Brewmaster has to be careful. Taking a lot of damage. Just wants to make sure he gets what he can. And go ahead and rotate out. Go pick that up. Got to get there before the Skywrath, who is looking to get that. In position. They kind of spot him out a little. That whole high ground fun things. They know it's the opportunity. Oh. They went ahead. Sentry ward it down. They want to shut it down. Uh-oh. Looks like they might have a little bit of fun there. They're going to go ahead and beat him to death. Oh, run! Run, Fat Man! Fat Man's going to get away. Gets a bottle charge off, but they do not want to pick this fight here. Nature's Prophet picks off the Shadow Shaman, and looks like Ogre Magi is going to be picked out too. He's not going to be able to escape. Runs right into the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet's going to be able to... Oh! Yep, there you go. Gets the sprout on him. He gets over, he pops the tree, he's making a run for it. That Tango's trying to save his life. Concussive shot goes off, it's going to chase him down. He's right there at the edge. Shadow Shaman in the way to try to catch him so they can't catch him out, and allows him to scooch away just nicely because Tinker was coming in for that death shot. Had the laser up and ready to run. Definitely in a good position there to really keep that damage going. A lot of rotations coming out by the sports, and they were doing a good job of keeping the pressure on this fight. Brewmaster and them having to take the fall back though. They can't keep the pressure on. So rotate it back, get your heals, go back into the fight. Tiny, man fighting over here against the Nature's Prophet. Trying to get every last hit he possibly can during the short time he's been left pretty much alone.
The prize is mine.
But not really sure if it's going to work out in the direction he needs it to. He's at 16 last hits though. Doing a very good job staying up with the Razor here. And Razor's pretty much had unending farm. Bear's climbing up in levels, almost has his route. He's going to be able to get over there and pick the fight when it's needed. They are on the hunt for that Marana. She's on the backside, running around behind the Lone Druid. Lone Druid's got to be a little careful. Does not want to get nailed out by an arrow from the woods. But with a bear, you're able to really get around a lot. Oh, sees it, nails him. Bear's getting static charge. They're doing everything they can to shut him down. Lone Druid's taking a lot of damage, gets picked out there. But kills off Marana also, and they go in right after the Razor to back it up. They are not letting that shut down easily. What? No recap. There it is. Recap! Yay! Look at all that! Oh! Arrow! Ignite! Fire Blast! Thunderclap! Static Link! Plasma Field! Beautiful. That is cute. You gotta love all that. They do a lot of good things with that. Ogre Magi rotating around. He wants to play a little bit of tag with Tinker. He's going to put the damage on him. That Ignite is doing what it can and shuts him down very nicely. Ogre Magi gets the cleanup. Tinker just playing a very risky play there is all. Nothing really against him. He just got caught out a little bit too far thinking he was safe. He was like, oh, it's just Ogre Magi. We've all had that. Problem is, he didn't have a way to stop that fight. Uh-oh. Come on. There they go. They caught him up. They go ahead and toss the damage on him and just shut him down. No escape for that Nature's Prophet. They're like, oh, you wanted to escape? Okay. Ogre Magi finally has enough money to get his arcane boots. This is going to allow them to really start putting some pressure on these lanes. Now, looks like they're thinking about coming down here and playing in the bottom lane again. Bear wants to try to get an entangle. Every chance he gets, he's going to throw down for that entangle. If he gets one, he's going to take it. Brewmaster looking for a fight, has his invis, sees the stacked camp, says, I might go back for that. And here he goes. He's already got his primal split up, so it's a really big thing to notice is he's going to be able to just slowly start working his way through these lanes. Not really slowing it down, just kind of taking his time into it. Seeing all these stacked camps is really starting to make me salivate, though. They've got fairly good stacks going over here on the Radiant side. Looks like they got pressure coming in on that top lane, though. They've got to figure out how they want to deal with that pressure. Brewmaster's over here assisting with the Lone Druid, and mid lane is just kind of just chilling out. Tinker's going to step over and start feeding it out with the March. Brewmaster and them realize that those stacked camps are for helping that March really get in there and glow out a lot. So, wants to get in there, do what he got to.
Dyer's top tower is under siege.
And just so much. They found the Nature's Prophet again. He's just not respecting that shackle, I'm telling you. They get in there, they shackle him, they beat him to death. It's like, oh yeah, you were doing good until dead. Alright, so, man, I just wish I had a bigger screen some days. Ooh, look at this, look at this. Lone Druid wants to find someone to play with. Got the bear on the hunt. He's going to check around, make sure there's no craziness. Loving these new side paths. He really has some options there. Uses return to break the static link. And now he's going to go back and try to get that entangle again. He lands the entangle, he will absolutely keep the pressure on him.
The prize is mine.
They try to stop the fight. Use treants to come out and help push. Wrath of Nature. Trying to take out the lane, but oh, we've got a full rotation. They're trying to take out that lone druid. They're diving in him hard. They want to make sure he's shut down. Gets him nice and cleaned out. Finally gets the entangle as he's getting nuked down. Don't you hate that? I can tell you, every time I'm playing lone druid and I'm trying to get that entangle, that's exactly what happens. I sit there, I got him! Crap! Bursted down. Like I finally can start doing damage. Nope. So they're going to try to trade tower for tower now. Not a bad idea at this point. They really do not want to do the man fighting just yet. Primal Split is still capable, and they're able to get in there and just really dish out the damage. So it's definitely a situation where they don't want to push it out twice. But their tower's still alive. They've got time to come back over there if they want to do a TP response. We've got TPs on them. They should be able to get in there. But they're just going to let it go down. They're not going to waste their time trying to defend it. Lone Druid is going to go ahead and rotate over here and take out all these lanes. They went ahead and go straight after that Tinker. They want to shut him down. Nice cleanup, but they're going to go ahead and lose a guy in the fight too. Two guys. Brewmaster gets cleaned out. Tiny's got to be careful. Does not have any way to escape this. He's down. Nice treant block to make sure he couldn't escape. But Tiny didn't have any real escape mechanisms at that point. Out of mana and stuck in a bad spot. You know how that one goes. Look at the recap there. Look at changing gold. Wow. Nature's Prophet just got a nice induction of money. And a couple of levels. Pretty nice fight recap on that one too. Very good. Just one of those situations where it's like, oh, y'all want to take a second tower. I'm going to abuse you for that. So Lone Druid is going to go ahead and keep working on farming. Tranquil Boots are up. Bear's got a Orb of Venom. Allows him to get in there and just put the damage down. Looks like we got marching machines going off trying to get those levels. Not really sure how they're going to think about dealing with. Oh, we've got a fight going on. They want to take him. Get those shackles off, baby. Get those shackles off. Oh, they escaped the shackles. He could have got those shackles. Oh, been so beautiful. They're not done. They're thinking about stepping in here. Oh, they've got to do something. Tiny's taking his farm, and he hates that. Tinker gets cleaned out, but does get those missiles off just in time. And Ogre Magi gets picked out, even though Tiny does get to clean out that entire stat camp, and that's going to help him get his next item towards a beat. No, he's going Scepter. Then he'll probably go BKB. One step ahead of myself. Lone Druid's like, oh yeah, shoot my bear. Blame my bear for everything. Brewmaster's farming up those treants. Goes, I love treants, they taste good. Good money. But Tiny's over here in position. He's ready to start taking out these fights. Oh! Tiny Tinker faking out the blink in. He's gonna come in though. He's gonna come in at the tower though. Comes in, pops the tower, throws out a march, and is going to go ahead and pick the fight. Shadow Shaman's got to be careful, getting a lot of damage from those march. So he's going to step it back. Does not want to get caught out and cleaned out by just the march madness. Arrow goes right between him. Got to be careful. They're diving back towards the middle. Tinker's already flipped over there and started dumping out the marching machines right behind it. And there's a nice fight coming up behind them, but they know it's coming. Shadow Shaman's going to get cleaned out before it really does anything. Tiny gets tosses the Ogre in. Ogre's going to get caught out, not going to be able to escape. Nature's Prophet's going to clean him out. And Lone Druid has to be careful. Tiny gets picked out.
Top tower is being attacked.
Brewmaster's over here, does not have what he needs to do the Primal Split, so no defense this one right now. They're falling back, trying to get the heals up while they can. Anyone else loving the morphed careers? I'm pretty sure they had a spider when they started. So now they're going to go ahead and push it out. They know their opportunity is now to push into this main tower. They're pulling out the glyph, but this is just going to allow them to rotate to other lanes. Nature's Prophet's not worried about being jumped on. There's no blink dagger on the support, so they're not going to be able to get over there and shackle him quickly. He's just going to walk away from him. He just drops those phase boots and walks away. Tinker pops in, throws out the March of Machines, and just kind of goes, oh, you guys are going to follow somebody? Here's a couple of missiles to help you out. And the missiles are absolutely destroying them. Brewmaster found somebody to play with, but Ogre Magi gets nailed. Got to be careful in this fight. Here they come. They're thinking about picking the fight, but Brewmaster having to do a primal split to get out of this. Sees himself a Tinker, going to go ahead and start working on him. Throwing down everything they can. They're trying to shut down this Tinker. Do not letting him escape. They throw up the... Ooh, they want to play with him. Razor's up in the air, but they cannot kick out the damage. Brewmaster's getting very low. Gotta bottle up to get out of this fight. Pops out. Throws the Drunken Haze down to make sure Razor can't connect. But Razor just does so much damage in general. He's got to be careful. He's going to get cleaned out here. Not going to be able to defend this. Everybody's rotating other lanes to kind of deal with it. Split push coming out from the Nature's Prophet is absolutely keeping them on their toes. And it looks like they're going to lose another tower to this. Wards are in position, but they're not going to be able to get over here. Dyer's got this nice ward here that lets them know if something's going on. They're just not going to be able to jump in. Ogre Magi comes in. Has everything he needs to start his buckler. Probably expect him to go towards Crimson Guard next. There he goes, diving straight in to shut down the Razor immediately. They're not even playing around. There goes two. Moving after a third. They want to catch that Marana. Nail her with everything they can. Not able to kick the damage out. But they're going to go ahead and shut down the lane and start moving out. Shadow Shaman, on the other hand, doing what he can to keep the lane pushed back. Up against the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet has his Blade Mail, so not really much that the Shadow Shaman can do other than just keep shocking the lane. But does a good job of clearing those waves. Tiny has the Scepter, though, and now it's time to kiss goodbye to all these towers. He doesn't even care. He knows there's towers. Razor's getting knocked up to start. Gotta be careful, though. Brewmaster's gonna get picked off here. There goes Brew, going down. Tiny gets picked out. Nature's Prophet dives in on him. And there goes the absolute burst down on the Ogre Magi. Not going to allow him to escape the fight either. Nothing but damage dumping out everywhere they go. Look at everything tossed out by the Radiant as they stepped into that fight. You can see the damage, XP, and gold all went their way. You invest enough, you get what you come back sometimes. So definitely diving into that fight with full intent of winning it. And now they're going to go ahead and take a tower behind it.
Dyer's bottom tower has fallen.
So, looks like they're thinking about rotating into another tower. They toss an arrow up, sometimes for vision, sometimes for hoping to catch somebody. I've played with enough guys to know that they go, oh, I need B, and they just throw an arrow in that direction, or if they're playing Pudge, they throw the hook. It's just one of those, I know where it would be, so they do it that way. Nature's Prophet has done a very good job of keeping the pressure on this top lane, making it very hard for them to rotate around and do what they need to. Tiny is getting shown out, can't even hide in the woods and farm because of the missiles. Taking a very large amount of damage from the Tinker. And they're going to lose yet another tower to this. So, here they go, having to step back, trying to figure out which way they want to fight it. Tinker is just recharging, popping in the lanes. Every time they turn around, he's throwing out to a lane, keeping it pushed out. And the trouble becomes is they've got to figure out how they want to move into this fight. You can see it real quick. Net worth is going heavy in their direction. Now, they were doing good and experienced in the early game, but they're getting absolutely crushed at this point. And all it takes is one or two team fights to turn this around, guys. When you look at the overall items. Oh, flip over here. Flip it out. We've got everything down. They're trying to take them out. But not enough damage going down. Dust goes out to show off people, but Ogre Magi is really outclassed here in this fight. Got to be careful. Tiny's trying to do what he can to shut people down. Ben Knee comes in, drops it out with the Brewmaster. Lone Druid is trying to pick some people out. If he gets another shot off, he's so close to catching that Marana. He wants to play. Tiny's getting every bit of farm he can. Recap's definitely showing. Look at that. 3 Marches of the Machines, 3 rearms, 3 missiles, 1 laser, 3 boots of travel, 2 blinks. Anyone else feel Tinker has a couple of extra options there? Just nothing but damage coming out of that man. But if you look at it overall, that probably worked out well. Now let's look at the swing in the graphs, though. Experience evened out again. Gold, not so much of a huge shift as you would expect, but it was a pretty good shift. It allowed them to start moving back in the direction they need to on the overall. You look at it now, though, the net worth absolutely moving in the favor of the Razor and the Tinker. Tiny's chasing, but he's not catching up very well. Brewmaster and Lone Druid are falling well behind, unable to keep pressure on when they need to. They need to get in these lanes, they need to get their farm, they need to get it out of wherever they can, whether it be the jungle or actually in lane by farming heroes. Tiny's trying to take himself out a nice little Tinker. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught out. Looks like he's going to be picked out here very nicely. Unable to escape. Ogre Magi dumps in. Pops off a nice pop, but unable to clean him out. That nasty little blade mail shot there really picked him off. Brewmaster getting cleaned out very nicely. Tinker's coming back in, shutting people down left and right. Bear almost gets picked out. Gets a recall. Nice cleanup. Shadow Shaman's going to shut down the bear. Or not Shadow Shaman, but Skywrath Mage is going to shut down the bear with full ult on top of him after he gets sprouted in by the Nature's Prophet. And fight recap. Yeah, look at this. Shut him down, shut him down, shut him down.
Dire's top tower is
So many charges of everything. Razor kicked out the most damage. That Nino the Razor. Alright, so now they're coming up on the final towers. They've got to be careful. Ignite's going down. They're going to go ahead and put as much pressure as they can. But look at this. Shadow Shaman can't even step into the fight. He's getting absolutely decimated by March of the Machines. He wants to fight, but every time he gets close, he's getting destroyed by the Tinker before he even gets in the fight. So he's got to be careful on the overall. Just Tinker is destroying. Shadow Shaman can't even move in. Tiny wants to play though. Throws out the stun. Tries to catch him. Dagon, laser, just everything he can to shut us down. And then he just blinks away. TP's out. And bye-bye. Brewmaster trying to get a pick off on the Marana. Marana's just going to leap away to safely. And right now, Nature's Prophet is thinking about going in on the Roach Pit. Has the opportunity. Throw out a Sprout, follow it up with some trees, trance. And just going to go ahead and keep dishing out as much as they can. Won't be long. He'll probably have an Aegis in his hand. But Tiny's working pretty hard. Got a couple of good options on items. Just got to figure out if he's going to be able to pick this fight when the time comes. They can just keep holding their towers. They'll do the late game and take it very nicely. They know they're in the Roche pit. Question is, are they going to be able to get there before Roche goes down? I mean, Razor's in on the fight, doing everything he needs to. They're rotating around on the backside. They know they're coming. There they go. Everybody's in position. Everything's going down. And 1-for-1 trade right now. Tiny's got to be careful, though. He's getting absolutely shut down by the March of Machines on that. Not able to step into the fight, and looks like not a real big difference on it. Yay, Tiny's got a Midas. I don't think I'm really enjoying Midas playing the new patch, guys. It seems to be costing people. So far, both games where somebody's gotten a Midas, the Midas team has lost. Or been in real rough shape. Look at the difference in gold and experience at this point. They're just having a very hard time taking these fights. Tinker's playing tag with Lone Druid. Not really a bad game for him. Blink Dagger on the Tiny, though. He's going to be able to pop in and out and really kick out some damage now. I think it's going to help with them dealing with this Tinker a little. Because now he's going to be able to catch up with him a lot easier. Brewmaster already sitting in position, working on his Ags. Still needs a chunk of money to get there, though. That's okay, just got to kill a support, right? New patch and all. And they're all over the place. Back to the Roach Pit with them. And they realize it, they see it, they're still not going to be able to do anything to stop it. Looks like Roche is going down this time. They're not going to be able to contest it. 3, 2, there it goes. Razor's got it, and not even that worried about it. Hey, Bouncy Rune, you know you want it.
And getting to come back immediately.
And this is going to allow them to really keep pressure on them. Brewmaster wants to play, though. Sees his new buddy. There they go, putting out the damage. Aegis goes down on the Razor. They've got a little bit of time to pick off the rest of them. There they go. They're going to go after the Razor. Got the Bears working on him as fast as he can. Cannot get in position. Lone Druid's almost getting picked out here. Moonlight Shadow is doing them wonders for protecting them, keeping them out of position. Brewmaster might get the Miranda, though. If he could just get her. There he goes. At least he'll till 1 for 1. May not survive this fight. Dagon. Alright, that's a full wipe. But you got double buyback here. Triple buyback. They're coming back in on the fight. Look at the loss of gold. And that's not even counting the buyback, guys. They are ready to step into this fight. They want to have this. Multicasts are going off. Get a shutdown on the Skywrath, but unable to catch the other two slippery little suckers. This Tinker just beep, 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 beep. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Keeping the pressure on. And Nature's Prophet's going to go ahead and put the pressure back in on the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
Nature's Prophet's already got Dagons in the mix too. He's ready to toss out a couple. Alright, so we're going to have Dagon Wars here in a minute. Tiny trying to get some farm up. Kind of like to see him move towards an ag. I want to say he needs an AC at this point, but I don't think it's really going to help him that much. I mean, obviously it'll help him, but team-wise, they're getting destroyed by that March of Machines. I'm not sure. They need to do something about that. March is destroying them. They can't get their supports in positions because the March just covers so much area. Let's look at the overall items and all. You see the difference in how they're building. Their Moran has already got a Yasha, where if you look on Napa's side, their support's only got a mech. Now, good thing to note though is there's no mech on the side of the Radiant here. Live Free Die Hard does not have any mech, so they're relying on just the fact they can just burst people down over and over and over again. Uh-oh. Marana nails him. Looks like, yep, there he goes. Picks him off very nicely. 2 go down. Looks like a third one might be following it up really quickly here. Brewmaster getting picked off. Unable to get in there and do the damage. They are just pumping in there, kicking out as much damage as possible. Tiny not in a position to defend. So here he comes looking for where he wants to do this fight. Not going to step into it. They're going for double racks and towers at this point. Pressure has been put on. They've been working at this all game to keep these lanes pushed out. And now, there it goes. It finally pays off. There goes the GG. Absolutely good game. And sad thing to see someone go out. But man, it has been an absolutely brutal game all the way around. So, hold on tight. We're getting ready to move into the next one. Let's see if it does it again. I love the little banners and all they're doing. Radiant victory. It has your team name, actually. Put your team name up there. How about that happen? So, give us a little bit. We'll get you all situated and moving on to the next one.